Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name's Mariah and I make videos talking about all things real estate related. Today, we are going to be talking about ways to get free leads as a real estate agent. And the reason I decided to make this video is because over my time of being in the real estate industry, I have spent a lot of money on leads and I have tried so many things. I've tried so many different things, so many different ways to buy leads, and just being honest, none of them really worked for me. Right now, we are not paying for any service to get leads at all. And we are making a lot more from these other methods than we ever made from attempting to pay for leads. And yeah, so I'm not saying that those methods don't work. I'm sure there are great ways to get leads, and even a lot of the things I have tried, I'm sure that there's a lot of agents that run their business that way and they make a lot of money from it. But for me personally, I just was throwing away money. So today we're going to talk about the free ways to get leads. And this is also important if you're brand new, because when you're starting out, there's a lot of fees already. And I think the best way to start out is by sweat equity and prospecting in ways that do not cost money. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. I have my iced coffee. Well, actually, it's not iced anymore because the ice melted. So I have my lukewarm coffee. Grab your beverage of choice and we're gonna jump right into the video with our first way to get business for free, to get leads and clients, whatever you wanna call it, for free as a real estate agent, whether you are new or not, and that is online video. And that's what I'm doing right now. I got an email last night, for example, from a real estate agent in another state. I haven't opened it yet, but I was reading just from like the outline that you can see without opening it, and it was saying that he has a client relocating to Oregon. I've had both buyer and seller referrals from agents in other states around the country, and I've also had times where buyers who watch my videos who are not real estate agents, they just watch my videos and they're thinking about moving to Oregon and they contact me, or even someone who's moving to another state and they are moving and they watch my videos. They're not licensed in real estate, but they're moving, they watch my videos and they contact me to help them find a realtor in another state, and their realtor in the other state, I find them a good realtor and get a referral fee. So I hope I explained that. I just took way too long to explain that. I hope I explained that in a way that makes sense. But that is the first way. That is doing online videos, whether you are doing videos like I'm doing, helping other realtors, or you're doing videos giving tips for home buyers or sellers, and I do those videos as well. So just online video, or even if you're just vlogging your life, people get to know you and then they feel more comfortable reaching out to you as a real estate agent. So I'm done talking about that one. Online video, that's the first way to get free leads. I need a drink now. Way number 2 is putting your listing on Craigslist. I put every single one of my listings on Craigslist once a week. And the reason I do this is because no, it is not a way where you're just gonna have a ton of leads all the time, but every once in a while we do get a buyer lead that comes from Craigslist that is not already represented. So I put them on there because it's something that doesn't take very long. It helps market your listing a little more, and you really never know who's going to see it and call you, and maybe you'll end up double ending that listing that you put on Craigslist. If not, maybe you'll end up showing them another home and they'll end up working with you. And if you do not have any listings, you're brand new, you have no listings yet, then something that I would suggest doing is asking another agent, maybe someone in your brokerage, just asking them if you can use one of their listings and market it on Craigslist, and then just have your phone number as the number to call when a buyer is interested in it. So the third way of getting free leads is door knocking. And that is something that I did quite a bit in the beginning. Obviously, the first video that I ever posted was me door knocking, and it got shared on some Facebook page for realtors, and then once it got shared, I started getting all these questions from agents from all over. And once I started getting questions, I just naturally started making more videos like this. So, and I've been doing it ever since, but kind of random. But door knocking, that's how I started out. I used to do door knocking. I think that for me personally, I feel like it's a waste of time. I'm not saying that it is. That's just how it feels when I do it. And I know a lot of agents door knock, and that's how they get their business, and they're really successful with it. So if it works for you, or if it sounds appealing to you, go do it. For me, I don't really enjoy it anymore, but I think if you're going to be successful at door knocking, you can't just go out once and door knock a neighborhood. You have to either farm a neighborhood and go to the same neighborhood consistently, like every month, and knock on the same doors with different pieces of information or scripts or whatever, so they know you and be consistent. Or you have to go door knock and then capture people's information somehow, which I was really bad at. I was just really bad at that, and I really didn't enjoy it. But you might be good at it and you might enjoy it. But just capturing people's information at the door and then following up with them consistently, because when you door knock, they're probably long-term leads, like very long-term. The next way of getting free leads is what you probably came to my channel looking for, which is for sale by owners. They are people, if you are brand new or you're not a realtor and you aren't sure what for sale by owners are, that is basically people who are trying to sell their home on their own without any legal representation. So there's a lot of ways to prospect to for sale by owners. You can call them, you can cold call them, you can use a script, you can not use a script and try to be their friend and just consistently follow up until they're ready to list. You can drive to their house, you can knock on their door, you can send them mail, you can do so many different things. You can set up a preview appointment, you can offer to do an open house for free. Like, there are so many different ways you can prospect to for sale by owners, but that is just one way of getting business. My personal favorite way, because I'm not a very patient person, and for sale by owners, I'm very results oriented. I want to see results like now. And for sale by owners, you see results a lot quicker. Yes, it is a lot of follow up. You have to have a lot of persistence, and you do have to have patience in a lot of circumstances, but it's more of a like get results quicker type of situation, because these are people who are already wanting to sell. Their home's already on the market and they need your help. They just need to realize it. Next one is expired listings, kind of similar to FSBOs. The ways that you can market to expireds are pretty similar, or the ways that you can prospect to expireds are pretty similar to the ways that you can prospect to FSBOs. Basically, the same thing: cold calling, door knocking, setting up an appointment to preview their home, showing up at their house, however you want to do it. The next way is Facebook or any other social media, but I say Facebook because that's the one that I focus on the most. For example, I put out a post 2 days ago talking about how I just got an offer accepted the week before for a buyer who, this buyer did not put any money down on their loan, and they also had their closing costs paid for by the seller, and talking about how a lot of people don't realize that you can buy a house with no money down at all without even paying your own closing costs. And just from that one post, I've already had 5 people, and I didn't pay, I didn't boost it or anything. I just posted it on my personal page, and I've already had 5 people reach out to me and ask about getting pre-qualified to buy a house and wanting to start the process. So I sent them all to lenders. Are they all serious leads ready to buy now? No. Are they all people who I think will even get qualified? Well, no. They're coming from a post where I'm talking about no money down, and that's appealing to them. So obviously a lot of them probably are not able to buy for a while, but my point is that is a really good way to get leads. And I have bought leads before on Facebook, and I've done it in many different ways, but from my personal experience, it's worked best just do it the old-fashioned way and not paying for the leads, but just posting on my own, which leads me to the next way, which is open houses. And that's something that I haven't really done a lot of in my career. I think that I know I've talked to other agents who open houses is their number one way of getting business, and that's how they really started their career, and that's awesome. I have not had good luck with it, but on the other hand, I haven't really tried that hard, because when I do an open house, I don't have a million signs. I have like 3 or 4. I post it everywhere, but I don't door knock the neighborhood ahead of time. I mean, you can really put in a lot more effort to try to make it work and get more leads from it if you want to. And I just haven't done it that way. So maybe in the future, I'll explore that route a little more. But as of now, we don't really do open houses, and so I can't really speak too much on it, but I do know it works for some people. The last way to get leads is people that you know, friends, family, past clients, if you have them, if you've already had some leads. But if not, just friends, family, your hairdresser, your lawnmower, whoever, your attorney, anyone that you can think of that you've done business with before, just letting them all know that you're in the business. And for my first 3 years or so in the business, I had a pretty hard time, because I don't call my past clients, because I do not want to come across salesy with people I know. I have no problem calling a for sale by owner or an expired and trying to convert them and trying to get them to list with me and all of that. But if it's a friendship, I don't want them to think that I'm only calling them to check in because I'm this slimy realtor trying to get a listing. And I know it's not that way, and it doesn't have to be that way, but that's just kind of puts me off. And that's why I haven't really called my friends and family. And also people my age don't really call. I'm 23 years old, and I was 18 when I got into the business. And if you get a phone call from someone, it's kind of weird. So it shouldn't be. I like to talk on the phone, but it is kind of weird for people my age. So I don't call my friends to check in, because I have people message me on Facebook Messenger all the time who I haven't talked to in years. And they start this conversation, and then it just slides into talking about how I need to buy their essential oils or this great deal on whatever it is. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with selling those things. I just don't I don't know if I'm making any sense here. I just don't like approaching my friends and family that way. Yes, I want them to work with me. Yes, I love working with them. I'm working with my best friend on a transaction right now, and it's so much fun. And I, of course, like any client, have her best interest in mind, but I don't want to come across that way. I don't know. Let me know if you guys relate at all. So that is it. I'm going to end this video here. Those are just some ways that you can get business that I've gotten business from before, that you can try out if you are a brand new realtor. If you are a real estate agent, I'd love to hear in the comments below your ways of getting business. If you use any of those ways, I'd love to hear about it. Or if you have some other way that I did not list and you use, or you have another idea, I'd love to hear about that as well. Continue to leave me your video suggestions also in the comments below. I always do my best to get to those, and I will see you in my next video.